Hey guys, welcome back. I wish that I could hug each of you and tell you how proud I am of you guys for working so hard, but hopefully we can do that soon. So for now, this will have to work. Before we get into our lesson, I just want to announce some people who have gotten awards. They've been working super hard on memorizing their scriptures, and they're sending us videos. So if you want to do that, but you haven't done that, get a hold of myself or Miss Jamie and send us your videos. It doesn't have to be through Facebook. You can get our phone numbers and we can do it that way, but we would love to try to help you guys work through that. So our first award goes to Miss Audrey. She gets her hang glider badge. That's kind of a hard word to say. Hang glider badge. And then Chloe Neal, she gets her wings and a red jewel. Good job, Chloe. Adelie McVicker, she gets wings and a red jewel. Eli Thomas, he gets his second green jewel and his third red jewel. Eli has been working his booty off. And then Kennedy, she gets her vest and a book. So cool. She finished her first little booklet. So proud of her. And then Cammie, she gets her vest and a book as well. You guys, so awesome. We're so proud of you. And keep working and keep memorizing those scriptures and send them to us. And just keep up the good work. We're proud. So last week, we learned about this guy named Jacob and his brother Esau. So Jacob, if you remember, he tricked his brother and his dad. And then he got in trouble for it and he had to run away, right? So that's where we're going to pick up today, is figuring out what happened next to him. Like what happened after he tricked those people and he deceived them and sinned, and now what's going to happen. So you all know what a promise is. So a promise is whenever you say you're going to do something and you go through with it. Well, at times we all make promises and then we don't keep them, so we break the promise. For instance, you might say, yeah, Mom, I will go clean my room when I get home from school or before I go outside to play. But instead, when you get home, you grab a snack and watch TV, or you just go outside and play without cleaning your room or helping pick up the house. Or it could be like when our teacher promises us something. Everybody at some point in their life makes a promise that they can't keep. And it's not always intentional, and it's not always to be mean. Sometimes things just happen, right? Well, this guy that we know, his name is God, he makes promises and he never breaks them. He always keeps his promises. So we're going to learn how he promised Jacob something and how he kept his promise. Okay? So Jacob, he's off on his own. He took off. He's going to go stay with a family member that he's never met before, his uncle. And so he has to walk a long ways because back then they didn't have cars, planes, trains, nothing. If you were really rich, you could get a camel and ride on the camel, but I don't think Jacob was. So he was walking, and it gets really dark, and he's got nowhere to stay. They didn't have motels back then. So where do you guys think he slept? He slept on the ground next to the road. And you know what he used as a pillow? A rock. So I found a rock in my yard. It's not very big, but it's flat like a pillow. And I'm going to lay on it and tell you if I think it's very comfortable, if I can sleep on it all night or not, okay? So we're going to give this a try. Yeah, nope, ain't doing it. I wouldn't sleep on this thing all night. There is no way. So Jacob had to do this multiple nights in a row. But one night he had a dream. Okay, so while he was asleep, he had this really awesome dream. In this dream, he saw this really tall ladder. It stretched all the way from earth up into heaven. Okay, so that's a big ladder. And all around this ladder, there are angels, and they're going up and down, and they're floating all around. And at the very top, he sees God. And God tells him, Jacob, on this journey, I'm going to protect you, and while you're with your uncle, I'm going to protect you, and one day, I'm going to get you back home to your brother Esau and to your mom. Jacob was like, holy cow, God, this is so awesome. Like, he feels so thankful that God would keep this promise. And so as a way to show him that he believed him and that he got God's message, he took that rock that he used as his pillow and he poured oil on it as a way to kind of anoint it and to say, yes, God, like, I hear you, I believe you, okay? And that's how Jacob knew. He knew God would keep his promise because God never breaks a promise. But now, Jacob, he goes to his uncle's house, and we're going to fast forward 20 years. 20 years. That's a long time. That is a long time to wait. In this 20 years, Jacob has worked for his uncle. He's tended the fields and he's looked after the animals. Okay? And after 20 years, Jacob still believed that God would keep his promise. After this 20 years is up, Jacob ends up finding his brother Esau, and he travels back, and they make amends, and they get along. Esau's like, no, I don't want to hurt you, brother. I just want to see you. You know, like, I just want us to be together. We're family. He's like, I've missed you. And, yeah, he's reunited with his family. God kept his promise. Just like in Hebrews 13, God promised that he'll never leave us, that he'll never forsake us, and that he'll always be by our sides. Right? So that means that even right now with you watching this video, God is right next to you. And even in those times when you're really sad or you're scared or you feel lonely, God is right there next to you. All you have to do is just talk to him. Just pray to him. And once you have accepted him into your heart as Lord and Savior, there is nothing that can rip you two apart. Nothing in the world, okay? So if you're sad, you're scared, even when you're happy, say, woo, God, thank you. I'm having such a good day today. I am so thankful for this day that you have given me. You are so good. When something good happens in your life, like all these awards, you guys winning these badges, that's glory to God. You know, you're making God so happy and so proud, and he wants to hear that. So, just continue to trust him, just like Jacob did. Jacob trusted him so much that he just poured this oil on a rock, and he didn't care. Like, he's like, yeah, I'll sleep on a rock. God's going to deliver me. And in that 20 years, he just kept on going. He kept his faith, and he kept his trust in God. So I want to challenge you guys this week. Anytime that you make a promise, don't break it. Or don't make a promise that you don't think that you can keep. Keep in mind how faithful God is, and let's try to be that faithful in our lives as well. And as a family, I want to challenge you guys to sit down together and read Genesis 28, 29, and then Genesis 33. Genesis 33 is where Jacob and Esau reunite. And so that's a really cool story that you guys are going to want to sit down and read together. Okay? So, guys, that's all for today. We're going to have to keep doing this probably for a few more weeks. So just keep working hard and reach out to us if you need anything. And we'll see you later.